Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, Arsenal fans all over the world. This is the Arsenal Africa Network. Arsenal Africa Network, and it's a pleasure. It's great to come your way once again. Now, this episode, I want to discuss the legendary Theirry Henry. Theirry, I'm disappointed. I am disappointed because you know something. You are our legend, a football legend, no two ways about it. But something I want you to know today, being a footballer and being a top manager at the highest level are two different things altogether. These are two different things altogether. Theirry Henry. And I love you. But I want you to know something. Mikel Arteta started his managerial business, or the trade of being a manager started 5 years ago. And I keep telling people who keep making mistakes of saying, oh, Arteta has been around for 5 years and he hasn't achieved anything 5 years. Arteta was not tasked to win the title in his first 2 years. I'm telling you, I'm a broadcast journalist. I've been around for a long time. And my checks tells me that Arteta was not taxed. In fact, it was not possible for the board and the Cronkies to tell him to win something because the team that was left for Arteta to take over was nothing to write home about. That team was in tatters. Under Emery, a lot of things went wrong. The players did not respect, the dressing room was not well coordinated, and the players were doing everything, especially the likes of Ozil and the rest. They will come to, lackadaisical attitude, coming to training and all that. And Arteta changed the whole thing. Supporters were down. For instance, let me tell you, there are matches I don't watch. Arsenal, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, Arsenal, Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool. I don't waste my time to watch. I will be sitting somewhere and I'll be asking what's going on. Because I know nothing will come out of it. We will lose, not only by a goal to nil, we lose 5-0, 4-0. Look, most Arsenal fans are so ungrateful. Mikel has done a lot. I am from Africa and I live in Africa. So I have never met Mikel. Those of who are calling us cult. What about those who criticize for criticizing's sake? If we are called because we want to show gratitude, because we refuse to be ungrateful, you call us cult and you don't want Arteta to be criticized. What kind of criticism is that? When people assemble and they call themselves emergency meeting, and then emergency meeting, all they do is to criticize and criticize. Why? When you do that, people will see through you and they will conclude that you have an agenda against Mikel. That's all. Because we all criticize, we all see bad things and we talk about it. But when we see that consistently that's what you're doing, we will not allow that to fester on. We will not allow that to go on and on and on, as if there's no tomorrow. As if you don't want to give the young man the room to work. He's done a tremendous job. Arteta has done a tremendous job. And I thank the Cronkies. I don't know. They are such a steady hand, steady mind. Not all billionaires are like that. I'm telling you. Not all rich men are so steady in what they do, are so focused. They are not giving Arteta time because they like him so much or they've not seen his time. But I respect the Cronkies so much because they saw something we didn't even see earlier. First and foremost, the appointment of Arteta. We didn't see it coming. And the Cronkies saw this. At the time, most of us were not sure whether Arteta was the man or not. But the Cronkies gave him a chance. So let me go back to that assertion that Arteta, it's been 5 years, and please, let us learn football administration a little bit, and we just run with everything we hear. When you're appointed as a manager, there is a target. There's always a target. Your first year, what you need to achieve. Arteta has to get rid of deadwood, if you remember. A lot of players, the likes of Chambers, and so many of them. Rob Holding, all those players, Mustafi, just to mention a few. These players, we at the point we didn't even get buyers. People were not interested in buying our players. That was the first year to get rid of deadwood and build the fan base. And Arteta was very clear. He kept telling us we should believe the process. And one of the interviews, he said something. He said, I want to change the atmosphere.
The team with the fans, I sense in the last few seasons there's been a big disconnection, and we're losing a lot of power. I said before that they are probably the most important part of the football club. It's going to take some time, the process, but hopefully we can start to engage them a little bit again. See them reflected with an identity that is close to what they are used to see from Arsenal, they will be on board. I think there are some non-negotiables, as the demands we put, the commitment we put in, the energy that we have to play with in this football pitch, that dominance, that we are the biggest football club in England, and we have to play a little bit with that arrogance as well, but with that belief. One of the most beautiful, exciting stadiums in the world. When these crowds gets going, and an excellence is to be the best every single day, and the demand for this football club has to be like this, and everybody that jumps through that door has to understand that that's what we're going to be requiring, and the demands on us have to be this. If we fell short, it's because we don't have the level, the capacity. What I can say that internally we'll have to face that situation, and we'll handle that with all the senior people in the directors area. I believe it will generate again, as I said before, a little bit a better connection. Your stadium, I have some really, really good memories about it, and I can't wait to be sitting there tomorrow.
Look at what he's been able to do to transform not only the team, but the entire fan base. Why are you criticizing him openly, Theirry Henry? What are you talking about? I respect Ian Wright so much. The other day he was interviewing Arteta, I think just after the Liverpool match, and he said something. He said, boss, that struck me. That is humility. Ian Wright, the kind of football he played, Arteta is nowhere near when it comes to Arsenal Football Club. The kind of goals he scored. He is a proper legend. Just like you, Theirry. But Ian Wright is so humble that he called Arteta boss. So much respect. This young man started his managerial career together with 3 legends who played at the same time he played. 3 legends: Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, Wayne Rooney. They were all given big clubs to manage at the same time Arteta was appointed. Chelsea, Aston Villa. What happened to these 2? I don't hate them. I like them, but I'm just making a reference that we've forgotten so soon that Arteta is just a young man. And his first major job is to manage a club like Arsenal. And look, 3 consecutive times that he's been second. The Premier League is not a child's play. To be second for 3 consecutive times is not a mere joke in a competitive league like the Premier League, where Southampton, that has been relegated, held Man City to a draw when we all thought it was a done deal for Man City to win that match. That's the kind of league we're talking about. Look, Theirry, some of us love you. You've played the best football for Arsenal. You are a legend. We've built you a statue at the stadium. Great and good for you. We love you. But please, we love Arteta too. Arteta is also a legend in the making when it comes to managing Arsenal. It's just the icing on the cake. That trophy that we all want, the Premier League, not even so much about Champions League, the Premier League. Because Champions League is something that I see it as, important. If you win it, we'll love it. But the Premiership for now is our priority and we will win it. Next season, we will win something. And that will be the Premier League. Arteta will win it. Let's support the young man. I am disappointed because you have the opportunity to call Mikel. You can go book appointment and talk to him and say, bro, this is what we need to do. We don't put it out there. The retrogression and how this, you don't put it out there. You're not only hurting Arteta, you're hurting the likes of Saka, who loves you so much. The Martinellis, the Odegaard, they all love you as a legend. You are a football legend. You have access to everybody at the club. Let's do our things differently. The Man United and the Chelseas, their legends can destroy their team. We don't care. But Arsenal, we do our things differently. We are a classic Arsenal. And I want to tell Sophie, I think she does a program called Highbury or something. Don't fall into the trap of those haters. You are a decent woman. I love your show. Sophie, I love your show. You are a legend entertainer. You've done so well for yourself in life, and you're an Arsenal fan, and we love you. But don't fall into the trap of those agenda setters. Those who call emergency meetings every now and then after every match as if they own Arsenal Football Club. Look, tell them, Arsenal Football Club is a huge club. Not for Londonians, not for British people. Not for only those who live in the UK. And I love Robbie of AFTV. Ask him when he visits Africa. He's done that about 3 different or 4 different places here in Africa. He will tell you the kind of fan base we have. Go to China, Asia. Arsenal fan base there. When you sit in UK, you think, yes, we are we have access to go to the stadium. Even some of you don't go to the stadium anymore. You're complaining of ticket. But yet you wake up and you talk as if you own the club. all those haters, shut up and sit down. Allow Arteta to do his work. Peace. I'm out.